Okay, good afternoon, student. Yesterday we had seen different casting principles, casting procedures. What are the different steps in procedure to how to carry out the casting process? And foundry shops we had also seen. We have come up to this point that what are the various types of die casting. So from today's lecture we are going to discuss about the various types of casting, die casting basically. You know that die casting is nothing but the mold which is manufactured from metal. So in sand casting the molding box is made up of sand, but in die casting it is made up of metal. So metal is there, that's why it is called as die casting. So these are the various types of die casting. One is gravity die casting, means no pressure is there, no pressure is required to push the molten metal inside the mold cavity. So that is because of gravity the molten metal reaches up to the mold cavity. That is called as a gravity die casting. And in another process some pressure is required, so that is the high pressure die casting. So in these there are many types of there, but in your curriculum there are only two, hot chamber and cold chamber die casting. So in today's lecture we are going to focus on this hot chamber die casting and cold chamber die casting. So these are the various methods. Die casting is done by two methods. One is gravity die casting, another is pressure die casting. In gravity die casting there are basically two methods, slush casting and low pressure die casting. And in pressure die casting, hot chamber die casting, cold chamber die casting and centrifugal castings are there. So you have to study only hot chamber die casting and cold chamber die casting. So there are basically two methods are available in your casting, in your curriculum. Okay. So this is the gravity die casting, slush casting, low pressure die casting. Pressure die casting classified into three categories: hot chamber die casting, cold chamber die casting and centrifugal casting. So one by one we are going to discuss about all these casting processes. So this is the die casting, basically permanent die casting or gravity die casting. So this is the basic diagram, block diagram of the die casting, gravity die casting. Gravity means no pressure is there. Without pressure you are going to push the molten metal inside the mold cavity. This is the riser. This is the feeder here. This is the riser. Means it is pouring, since you are pouring the molten metal, it passes through this tube. This is the gate. Again, this filled all this mold cavity, and it comes to from this point. This is called as a riser. So this is all is happening because of gravity. No pressure is required in this case. So this is a gravity die casting process. So pressure die casting means molten metal is you are going to force it inside the mold cavity by means of pressure. So that's why it is called as a pressure die casting. So there are basically two types of pressure die casting: hot chamber die casting and cold chamber die casting. So this is also the gravity die casting. Means this is the ladle. Through this ladle you are pouring the molten metal inside this, and after solidifications and after removing these two boxes you are getting the casted product at the final way. So this is the gravity die casting. In gravity die casting, a fluid metal is poured by hand into metal molds. Both ferrous and non-ferrous metals can be casted. Production rate is slow. Because production rate is slow means you are going to pour this molten metal by your hand. That's why production rate is low. Casting is not so smooth. Means finishing surface you acquired after the casting process, that is not up to the mark, means up to your requirement. There is no finishing is you are obtaining, and dimensional accuracy is not also good. That is the drawbacks of the gravity die casting process. Now let us see the cold chamber die casting. Cold chamber die casting and hot chamber die casting. So this is the block diagram of the cold chamber die casting, and this is the block diagram of the hot chamber die casting. If you look this diagram, there is a furnace. This furnace is the integral part of this machine. So it is for hot chamber die casting. Why it is called as a hot chamber die casting? Because this furnace is an integral part of this machine. If you look back the cold chamber die casting, in this case there is no furnace. You are taking this ladle, you are taking the molten metal in the ladle from furnace. That furnace is located somewhere in the plant, and from that furnace you are going to take out this molten metal in the ladle or crucible and bring that ladle up to this machine and pour this molten metal into this chamber and press this molten metal by means of this hydraulic cylinder or plunger or piston inside this mold cavity. So this is the cold chamber. Only the difference is that in this cold chamber die casting there is no furnace, but in case of hot chamber die casting there is a furnace is an integral part of it. But in this case there is no integral part of it. Molten metal is taken from the outside and poured in this chamber. So this is the cold chamber die casting. So cold chamber die casting means what? In this pressure die casting process, the basin of molten metal is not a part of the machine. Means furnace is not a part in cold chamber die casting. Molten metal is poured from an external melting container and piston is used to inject the metal under high pressure into the die cavity. Injection pressures used in this machine typically, that is megapascal, 14 to 114 megapascal. High melting alloys of brass, aluminum, magnesium are casted in cold chamber die casting. So this is the block diagram of this. This is the movable die, this is the fixed die, stationary die, and this is the chamber, this is the piston, hydraulic cylinder and piston, and this is the ladle from where you are pouring the molten metal into this cavity. This is the mold cavity. So by pressure you are pushing or you are forcing this molten metal so that it will fulfill all the mold cavity, and after solidification you eject this movable die in this direction and remove this casting for the carry out the cleaning and inspection process. So this is all about the cold chamber die casting. So now hot chamber die casting. In hot chamber die casting, furnace is the basic part of the machine, and it is mainly used for small casting, and injection pressure is around 7 to 35 megapascal. So this is the block diagram of hot chamber die casting. This is hydraulic cylinder, this is the piston, and this is the opening, this is the crucible. In this crucible you are continuously heating the molten metal, and this molten metal is taken out in this plunger and it will force the molten metal so that it will go through this mold cavity. And this is movable die, this is fixed die, and this is your furnace, and this is the particular pot. This pot is also called as a crucible or ladle, and this is the plunger. This is the gooseneck. Gooseneck is provided to retain the particular temperature of the molten metal so that it will not solidify at this end. If the molten metal solidifies, it will not reach up to the mold cavity. So to reach the molten metal, so the temperature of the molten metal must be maintained up to the mold cavity. So that is the purpose of gooseneck. It will avoid the heat losses. It will avoid the temperature losses to the surrounding. So that's why this gooseneck is used. This is the molten metal. This is the pot. This is the plunger. This opening. Through this opening, the molten metal comes to this. This plunger pushes this molten metal inside the mold cavity. This is the mold cavity. And this is ejector die. This is movable die, and this is the fixed die. So inside whatever the shape of the die is there, that shape you are going to cast at the final position. So this is all about the hot chamber die casting. Hot chamber die casting involves the use of piston which straps a certain volume of molten metal and forces it into the die cavity through a gooseneck and nozzle. The metal is held under pressure until it solidifies in the die. It includes die life and to aid rapid metal cooling. Dies are usually cooled by circulating some water. Some water or oil is circulated around the die so that you can cool it so that you will have to solidify it. So low melting point alloys such as zinc, magnesium, tin, lead are commonly casted by using hot chamber die casting process. So what are the advantages of die casting? So high rate of production is there, good surface finish, high dimensional accuracy and good surface finish is obtained, high production rate is there in case of die casting. These are the various advantages. Large number of casting can be produced by using die casting because the mold is made of metal. That's why you are able to manufacture